So let me just start off by saying this is by no means the best build, and this is also by no means the best way of farming Marks of Ascension. That would probably go to the rare spawn stuff that people are doing right now with the Coldboard quests. But with that being said, this build is pretty fucking strong, especially in the early levels. It does fall off a little bit in the later levels, but especially like early levels, you can like two-shot people. I've had some one-shots as well. I think like in level 30 or something where I did like 1k damage. But yeah, the build is pretty good. Is it like top tier, best of the best kind of like meta build? No, not necessarily. I won't claim it is, but it's pretty easy to get into, and it's really not that hard to pilot either. And the requirements to, to actually get the build working is not that high, I would say. It's realistic, it's doable. So now that you're in game, the first thing you want to do is you want to sell the gear that you have from your last prestige, whatever. I start with charge and claw and cat form. All those three you can roll with the cube. You don't need cards or anything for that. And for the cards, I usually slot Rockbiter weapon because this is extremely strong in the early levels. 20 attack power times 2, mind you, if you're wearing one-handers. It's just really fucking strong. Blessing of Kings, Battleshout, anything that's gonna increase your attack power basically. Because your main damage, believe it or not, is gonna come from claw. Bite here is actually not needed. You don't even need bite. You don't need a combo point finisher. Because with this build, your claw is basically going to be doing more than your bite anyways. So believe it or not, you don't need this at all. You can pick whatever you want here. For talents, you do kind of need Bloody Claws. This is kind of a need for the build. It's the only talent card that you actually kind of need to slot. Because that's basically what makes Claw really strong. Is the 25% of your attack power additional damage part of it, right? Anything else is just whatever helps you do damage. So I take crit, I take some more damage here. Energy reduction. You could go with the vitality, I think it's called, from the energy tree, or from, sorry, what am I talking about? The rogue tree that gives you energy. I have some charge stuff, and this I just ran out of useful cards, so I just put this in. For the defense, it doesn't really matter. The only things you need is Bloody Claw, and then you want to roll these abilities here. You don't need Mark of the Wild. You can change that. For example, you can run Shout here, and then run, you can run Mark of the Wild in your cards. It doesn't really matter too much. You just want as much attack power as possible. For heirlooms, I'm running heirlooms just because. Might as well, I have them. You don't need them. You do need as much attack power as you can. And that's about it. Once you're in the starting zone, I would recommend holding off with using your potion. I mean, I know it sucks. Got a quest, gotta get to level 10. It sucks without a potion, but it is what it is. What I usually do is I pop my potion at around level 20. Because then it usually, I would say it's timed pretty well. Usually it runs out at about like level 55. So you will have it almost the entire way from your prestige run. Just about. The early levels in BGs go pretty fast anyways, so you'll be able to reach level 20 pretty fast anyways. So yeah. Alright, so after reaching level 10, this is when you start to get into BGs. You'll want to open all your adventures caches, whatnot. I got some pretty neat gear. I got some pretty good gloves. I just got these boots, pretty good, anything that's strength based, which is one thing that I forgot to mention. For this build, you want to be strength. You want to have your main stat as strength. The reason why is because strength gets double attack power per strength. If you go agility, you will gain, 1 attack power per agility. And then you will gain, because of your cat form, 25% of your agility gets turned into melee attack power as well. So for agility, you get 1.25 of your agility as attack power. Whereas with strength, you gain an extra for every strength. You gain an extra, attack power for having strength as your main stat. So strength is just better than agility. And yes, you do lose a little bit of like crit chance, and you lose some dodge, but it's really not that big of a deal compared to how much more attack power you gain by choosing strength, of course. Yeah, and the whole build, you know, scales around strength or attack power, so strength is definitely the way to go here. He's on some weird flanking maneuver. See this guy. Here we go, 86 crit. Not bad. Not at all. Get some more powers here. We just gotta get the basic powers here. Okay, so Ferocious Bite, pretty useless, as I said. We don't really need this. I'm literally just staying here in the back for the XP. About to die here, maybe. I'm just gonna be leeching some XP here in the back. Battleshout, really good, really strong. Even more attack power here. Ferocity, also very good. I'm just gonna keep rolling these powers. And you can already see my attack power has gone up to 216 now. It's only gonna get higher. Once we get to a point where they aren't red for us anymore, it should be pretty good. And also the thing about rolling cat is usually when you're rolling whatever build you're rolling, you get a bunch of random powers. For cat, it's like as soon as you have cat form unlocked, you get a lot of cat related powers, which is very nice. It's almost like the game knows that what build you're trying to go, so it like helps you a little bit trying to get the right powers. It's very nice. Nothing worse trying to play a healer and then getting strength abilities, for example. Unless it's a stun, of course, but doesn't happen very often. Try to use a bite here, for example. I mean, it does good damage right now, but eventually Claw's just gonna take over as top damage. This is really good as well. See, I didn't even slot this, but Battleshout increases your strength by 7, so we get even more strength. Really, really, really strong here. Total agility, range critical strike. It's whatever. It's pretty good. It helps. Once you get to 15, equip your trinket. Once you get to 20, that's when you put up the potion. Did I? Okay, I literally... I just joined a BG and then... Okay. Alright, so that's BG number 2. Yeah. What to say? Let's do the third one, I guess. And for this one, I'll just skip until the battle starts. I'll show you some clips of me hitting some big numbers here in a second. But before I do that, I just opened some new gear, you know, so might as well equip this. Let's see. Even these are better. 7 stem. The bows can like sometimes give pretty good stats as well. Resilience. I mean, it's free resilience, right? Might as well take it. Look at this guy, for example, right? This guy is just gonna pop instantly right here. Dead. It's hard to gauge whether that was me or him who did the most damage there, but you get the gist. Let's put this in there. Put Rockbiter on. You know, 2-handers or 1-handers doesn't really matter with this build. You can, you know, you can run whatever you want. It does the same thing. Because it, you know, it says on the Rockbiter weapon, which is like the main attack power increase, it just doubles the attack power you get if you're using it on a 2-hander, so you won't really lose anything from whipping it on a 2-hander, which is very nice. Let's get some of these guys here in the back. This guy's... where's this charge? Okay, shield. It's not really gonna help him. That was a claw, by the way. Just wanna put that out there. This guy's dead. This guy's level 10, so he's probably dead too. Get that guy. Guys, miss. Okay. I might have to make this into like a quick montage type thing, just because this is... it's taking a little while.